everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and of course, today is the 24th of the month of September. Some of you people have been wondering what is going on with YouTube stuff, and I wanted to take some time to get started. First of all, let's make sure we're all on the same page today, as we will be answering questions that you have. And we'll see how we're doing here as well. So, for those of you who are not new to or who are not familiar with the system that we're using, it's kind of a crapshoot. It works, but it's just not really my thing. So let me just go back over here and see if I can scroll through and find out how many people have joined us so far. And this gets challenging. Bluntly speaking. So I don't want to go there. Wait, what's this? Every now and then I must be pressing something with my breasts or something. I keep doing stupid shit like this. That's a hell of a scene though. But let's get back to the actual live stream. Comments so we can read your questions. And we do have other questions we could be reading as well, and we will be looking at a few of them, the live stream ones that have come in. We're going to take a look. Of course, you guys, the live streamers, are the high priorities at this point. All those of you who have already sent comments on the other systems, of course, we are cordially welcoming you to the program as well, and we hope that you will continue to watch us as we go through these questions together. So let's make sure that I can see your questions and you can see me. Alright, right now there's no watchers. That is not surprising because it's not quite 6 o'clock yet. It's just turning 6 now. And of course, some of you are probably still finishing up your dinners, and then you're probably going to be coming on to the show in a little bit. So let's take a quick look at some of the other questions that shows up here in the little bell notification. I mean, I'm not going to click on them, going into detail here. I like your vlog. I post vlogs too. That's from Trent Harris. Thank you very much. Benjamin says, I thought you guys are going to stream today, not yesterday. Yes, we are doing it today, Benjamin. I explained that to you already. We actually did not stream yesterday because Sherry did. We streamed yesterday like we usually did. But it's because Sherry was traveling from far away to get here, and we wanted to make sure that we could get her into the topic so she could be a part of the program. So that's one reasons we did that. Not because that we're trying to be nice or anything like that. Just just getting things done here. Let's see. One of the things is that we are seeing, of course, with this computer is doing. I think you're clicking on the wrong tab. Am I? Yeah. Okay. Now I got the right one. Okay, good. But can we see the questions? I might have to move the screen a little bit. Okay, so let's do that. Let's move the screen over here, so we can check on the quality of the video. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we are now looking for your questions, and we will be here until 7 o'clock tonight, or until I have heat stroke, one or the other. So you guys are good for your smart. You get on here, get on the computer, and you start getting ready to rosin those questions, because it's going to get steaming hot in here. That's no joke. That seriously already is steaming hot in here. Yes, it is. I swear to God, Dory has a bigger head than you. She does. Okay, anyway, so, Yes, I think she does. Alright, so, yes, we are all set here for your questions. And right now, I don't see anybody asking any questions. So now we play the waiting game for the questions to show up. And as you may have saw, today's BCast was a lot shorter than the original BCast. It was designed to be shorter, for one thing. Definitely. So, you know, it was a great video. It was a real pleasure to get back in the old saddle again. And I hope that people will enjoy the vlogs and the BCasts better than the live streams, because live streams like this one here make you sweat. Because first of all, you're waiting for people to jump in with questions. So you're sitting here saying to yourself, gee, when are people going to start asking me questions? Is it going to be like the minute I get on, the end the music's intro, and I'm going to have questions like pouring out of the chat box faster than I can read them? Or is it going to be like 5 minutes to close, and then, so for the other 55 minutes, I'm sitting there bored out of my skull, wondering where is all the questions? Well, first of all, that's what I'm saying right now, is the live streams will end at 7 o'clock. So, if you guys don't come up with any questions, and you lose out because you're trying to get in right before the switch of 7 o'clock, I'm going to just be honest and say right up front is I'm not going to be able to answer your question until next week. So, because, I mean, I'm giving everybody adequate time to get, to come onto the studio and come into the page and to ask their questions. And as far as why aren't we using the studio camera instead of this black and white one, it's because right now we had the air conditioner running, Dory's got a crack pot running, we got this computer running, we got this light on, and we have to watch out for blowing a 20 amp fuse, which reads the whole apartment. So we got to make sure to keep in mind our electrical consumption. It's always a bit of a challenge, that reason. You never know what you're going to get into with this building. And we may jokingly say this building is old dinosaur, and it is, but it's also where I live. So, yeah. And Dory was possibly going to be home today, but I guess she's with a friend, and she decided to stay with a friend a little longer than expected. So we're going to be, here for a while. The first thing is I also noticed is that most of these people come into this channel, it's already 13 minutes. I know. 14 minutes now. 14 minutes. Yes, indeedly so. And you know what? Here's the deal. If I don't see any questions come in at least within the next 10 minutes, and I don't think it's going anywhere, because I said, it's very warm in here. So if there isn't nobody coming in to the video stream, I'm just going to end the stream, period. Because, I mean, seriously, I'm baking over here. It's hot. We got one studio light on and 300 watts of heat hitting my face. We got the desk lamp on. That's about another 57 watts halogen hit my face. We got, this is a cold cathode LCD backlit screen on this computer, and it's the heat from the screen is very Quiznos, very toasty. And Michelle's starting to smell toasty too. Yeah, got that straight. Okay, so but I can tell you one thing you're probably going to be wondering is this: dear Michelle, if you probably get this new if you get this class action lawsuit money, what are you going to buy with the money? What's your plans? What are you going to replace? Well, one of the things that is on my 2D replace list or supplemented. Actually, probably will be replacement is the computer monitor. I'm going to switch these plugs back over for Dory because otherwise she's going to get all confused with the sound system plugged in like this, which kind of confuses. Anyway, that's one thing about this mixer I've got to speak openly about, which is this compared to the Shure SSM1250. Some of these audio inputs are really confusing. I have to be honest when I say that because, the Shure SSM1250 was really nice. It had a pre-monitor section. So let's say, for example, I had people ask me about the phones. I'm going to bring that up here. If I had a line hookup to this phone, which I don't. Careful, I know it's tangled up already. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that phone. Now, if I had a line hookup, maybe with an RCA plug in the back that goes to the system, to avoid that nasty looping effect that we were getting with some people's microphones, I would need to send the sound to my earpiece, and so that I can hear it. But I also would have to make sure that the microphone handset wasn't sending us a time delayed response back to them as well, because it was just would be more of a problem than it was worth. And I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure. Ever since what happened with the Justice for Trudy thing, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you can look back at the beginning of 2017. You'll see all about Justice for Trudy and all of the agony, all the allegations and all the troublemakers and all the stuff that nobody wanted to deal with anymore. It was just plain scary as hell. And what it did was it resulted in nobody wanting to do any more phone calls because neither me nor Dory had the patience to deal with the crank calls. And when they were legitimate calls, there was concerns about misunderstanding the caller, and people, of course, took offense to that reason. So there was definitely a reason why we didn't want to do anymore with the Justice for Trudy event. And one of the biggest things, as I said, was our phone system was the problem. That wasn't the entire problem, but the other problem is that we had a very rich group of characters that were creating all kinds of nasty. Yeah, it's better. Okay, Michelle's camera was a little high. My camera was a little high. Yeah, it was a little high. So now you can see more of my face. So we have these problems with the Justice for Trudy people. I don't want to give names. I can certainly give names of some of the people, but I will not do that because, first of all, these people are not here right now to defend themselves. And second of all is, I might just open up a can of worms I don't want to open again. Okay? So if you guys really, really do want to know about the Justice for Trudy event, it was just a really major debacle. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to remember it. Including me. So I just kind of said to myself, is after that time, we went offline for a while for the live streams, and then we came back to start doing them again a couple of weeks, about a month or two ago, and of course the results have been varied. Some of the people liked the live streams, some of them preferred the vlogs, some of them couldn't really decide what they liked. So we ended up basically trying a little bit of this, a lot of that, and it just ended up being a giant, well, let's see how it goes. It was almost like we threw paint at the wall and see if it stuck. It didn't, and it just didn't help with the the flow. It's just like right now, what all the fact is that we're still waiting for questions from you guys, and we're not seeing anything. Not seeing a statistic, not seeing a viewers, not seeing nothing. No. And for Michelle, this is just not fair because she's sweating her ass off. And, I don't think it's fair to me either because I'm sweating my ass off because we share the same flesh. No, we can talk about that. Yeah, okay. May as well, right? You guys kind of started it up anyway. Me and Michelle dealt with a response earlier based on DSM-5's definition of multiple personality disorder. They call it dissociative identity disorder. We call ours associative identity order, which is not in the DSM-5. No, I looked it up, and the closest thing I came up to was with mathematics. The associative principle of addition, right? Well, me and Lumi do plenty of associations. We're a major team. We do things together, and we are a part of the creation of the world around us. I mean, we're smart. We're talented. Lumi helps make my life more complete as I make hers more complete. In addition to that, people really wondered what's it like to live with Lumi. And the first thing is it's very nice to have someone that you live with. You're never alone, which is good. Which is always good. Michelle was very alone one time. That's no joke. Yes, it was. But I was feeling just like the Maytag repair. We're going to be lonely again. I think you're right. I think nobody has come online. Come on, guys. It's 22 minutes, 32 seconds. You guys can be on here. It's 6:15. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You start 5 minutes. I started about 5 minutes because we started playing the music. Right. Okay, so... again, I'm really disappointed that nobody is actually here. Everybody says to me, "Oh, Michelle, we'd love to be a part of your live stream on Saturdays," and yet, where are you guys? I'm looking at the screen. I'm not seeing a single comment. I'm not seeing a single message. You know what this tells me is that you guys really are very busy right now, for one thing, and number two is you said that you wanted to participate, and yet, where are you? It's like, do you expect all of us to sit there and boil in the high temperatures, and we tell you a front of time? We said on Tuesday, we're going to, on Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have our live stream, and we told you where it's going to be. We shared the links to everybody on the major social sites. There's no excuses for you guys not to join us. You guys obviously can see us. Somebody can. Of course, I will admit, and I agree with Michelle on this, if you are not on YouTube, if you never registered to be a YouTuber, you can't join. Maybe if you've got Gmail, you can join. If you got Gmail, you can join, yes. You have to be on Gmail or YouTube to join us for the chats. Absolutely. And so if you are online on those social sites, you can join in on the chat. But if you are on Facebook or Twitter and Tumblr or Dig or what are the others, you can't join us because you guys have to be on YouTube. Now, obviously, here's the easiest way to get to that. You see that little blue square in the lower right-hand corner? If you click on that little blue square, it says subscribe NASQ. Click on the subscribe tab. Then go ahead and click on the bell icon so you can get fresh updates. And then, once you register with your new username password, of course, if you are in Gmail, you already got one. Go ahead, register with the existing password and username. you can be a part of the stream. And then when you go click on live streams or live now, including mine, you will see my stream. And that is how you can partake of this. Because now you have an account on YouTube, so now you can join us and ask your questions. And if you're using the YouTube app and are unfamiliar with the YouTube app on both iOS and Android, which may be the case with some people, if you look at the bottom, you're looking at a live stream. If you look at the bottom of the app, you see there's a little, says live chat. If you click on that, you see a chat window opens, and that is where you would type your message. And of course, since we'll be reading your question, we're not actually going to be typing your response. No. So you guys ask your questions, we read them, and you get back to you. And you will get your answer on the show. Right now we have no watchers. We have nobody asking any questions. Nothing. And so I'm wondering as if this is really worth it. You know, I kind of think you're right there because, like I said, it's a hot day. It's 31 degrees outside right now. It's really putting close to my danger point and my heat intolerance. But obviously you guys are not asking questions, and I really am sorry to see that, because I would have thought that you guys would have been jumping up and down with excitement and saying, hey, this is great. I'm going to get a chance to talk to Michele. I'm going to get a chance to talk to Lumi. I'm going to get a chance to see the world around me, asking questions. Instead, I'm not getting anything. So, here's what I'm going to do. I think that the comments have been doing better than the live chats. Really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up because there's no one here. Right. What's the point of staying here if no one's here? Right. It's the same thing when yesterday with Sherry. No one came. Even though you said in chat that we were taking questions, nobody showed up. And it's too hot to sit here indefinitely and go, oh, you know what? That's okay. I can take it. No, I'm not going to take it. Thank you very much. I don't have to. I mean, I have to, keep in my mind my health conditions. But here's the deal. Even though we're going to end this chat now, we are going to still be taking your questions in the comments section. So, I'm going to end this now, but Lumi and I will be reading your questions online. That's right. So don't forget, I have an email address too. Michele has an email address. If you want to ask your questions to me, I will respond as such, as myself. If you want to ask questions to Michele, of course she'll answer as Michele. We have totally different email accounts. We have totally different YouTube channels. And we are, right now, very actively doing a lot of good things together. And don't forget that tomorrow is Monday. And, of course, Michele will be doing her vlogs. And remember, the vlogs are usually very simple. There's no real structured formality on them, unlike the PCast, which have nice titles, headers, footers, and everything else. Vlogs are just short, and sometimes they're unscripted. They're always unscripted. Yes, they are. All right, so let's unscript this. Okay, so for everybody, I want to thank you very much for who watches obviously after the stream, but. If you want to ask questions in the after the stream comments, please do. We will respond to them in as promptly as we can. So for now, thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.